Fire emergency services in uMhlathuze in Richards Bay will be launching an aerial fire extinguishing operation to try and contain flames. Although they have partially subsided, fires continue to burn near NCT Company and FOSKOR plant, which produces sulphuric acid, phosphoric acid and fertiliser. Let's get more on this story with SABC News reporter Vusi Khumalo, who's live for us in Richards Bay. Very good afternoon to you, Vusi. Take us through what's happening there.
Yes, good afternoon, Zinga. Yes, we are now outside this facility. What I can tell you is that the fires are still raging on inside, despite all the efforts from when the fires broke out on Saturday, despite all the efforts that have been made by emergency personnel as well as the firefighters who are still battling out the blaze as we speak. Let us welcome the city of uMhlathuze spokesperson, Mr. Bongani, who's going to tell us more details about these fires that are still raging on in this facility. Mr. Gina, thanks a lot for your time. Perhaps tell us about these containment measures that have been put in place. They've been there since Saturday, but the fires are still raging on.
Thanks so much, Vusi, and greetings to you and your viewers at home. Indeed, I can confirm that we are still on the war. We are still on the battle with the fire. Our firefighters has been on the field here since Saturday afternoon, and had they not been there, had they not been given their all, we'll be speaking something else now, where we'll be talking about something else, because you remember that on Saturday afternoon, actually, the fire skipped and went beyond the company premises, and it was getting closer to the residential areas. That was our main concern, and ours was to make sure that it does not reach the Arboretum residential area. We had to beef up our firefighters. We had to add personalities. We had to also add more firefighting vehicles, and we had to also work hand in hand with other local municipalities who are our neighbors to get our manpower beefed up and our resources beefed up. Even now, right now we are busy with the air operation. We've got one helicopter and two small craft planes that are flying over, dispensing water on the fire as well as on the neighboring company with the same material that hasn't yet catch fire, because we are worried that should the neighboring company also catch fire, the fire will spread out more, especially as you can see now that even the wind is starting to get stronger. That's why we've pushed so hard from the early hours of the morning to make sure that by the time the wind gets stronger at about 5 this afternoon, the fire is contained. So the planes and the helicopter is dispensing water as well as a dry chemical that try to suffocate the fire.
What is the source of this fire?
The preliminary reports shows that it was a challenge with the conveyor belts at the NCT Company, yeah, and and that's where the fire could have started, and the temperature was also high as well. It was at 39 degrees Celsius on Saturday. So when that fire broke at the conveyor belt, it spread quickly to the wood that is stored there at the stockpiling there. And you know how wood can easily access or get fire, and that's why it fired up, and it was hard to contain because it was too hot, and there was some wind as well that was blowing it out. That's why it even blew out of the premises of the company.
Thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you so much.
As I'm stepping out of the shot so that Babu Japan Matebula can still show you, thick plumes of smoke are still billowing up the skies of Richards Bay. As you can see those visuals, just a while ago we have seen a helicopter that is Guinea has just touched on that is dispensing water. It is been doing an aerial bombardment of the place by these small aircraft that are battling the fires here. As you can see, Bab Japan, I'm not sure if you can see that there's a spectacular dispensing of water on the blaze. As you can see, that it's such a huge blaze that is currently raging on this facility. Having spoken to Danny Nusin, who is the general manager of this facility, he did say that they are expecting to completely douse out these fires in about a few weeks to come. He also assured the workers or the employees of this company that the company will be back again on its knees or former glory in about 6 to 8 months. So that will take really take long time for the company to be resuscitated in order for the employees to have their jobs back. Having also spoken to the mayor of uMhlathuze, Mr. Khumalo, also did make a mention that this is such a huge loss to the company itself as well as the city of uMhlathuze. As you know, that this North Coast town or city is the second largest economy in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. It's also this very same facility also neighbors a FOSKOR company, which has got a sulfur acid that is found there. So they are trying their level best in order to contain the fires before it spreads to the neighboring companies as well as the residential areas such as Arboretum. But I must also make a mention that no lives have been lost and also no casualties and no injuries have been reported in this area of Richards Bay as a result of the fires that are still raging on here in this facility.